So in this lecture, we will discuss the modulating systems, and there are two types, that is low level modulation transmitters and high level modulation transmitters. So as till now we have discussed the basics, understand the basic requirement and basics of the amplitude modulation. Now we will go for how the modulation can be transmitted. Although the scope of this subject is at the block diagram level, but I will request all of you to correlate your understanding in the electronic circuit, that is EDC1, what you have studied, you try to correlate, because we are considering here some amplifiers, some others, other blocks, but they are at the block diagram level. So here the concept is you have to understand that how the amplitude modulation is generated and how it is transmitted. So based on this, there are two levels, low level modulation transmitters. So what it is, that we will understand, that we will discuss and we will understand. So here we will go for it. Okay, so what is here? Now you just see the block diagram. Lower level modulator, the RF carrier oscillator is given, and this modulating signal. So this is very basic block diagram. Modulating signal you just give, that is what the input form here, and then here this is for the oscillator, RF oscillator. RF means your carrier signal. Whatever the carrier signal, that carrier signal frequency is very high, and it can be generated by the RF signal, that is the RF carrier oscillator. So this is simple oscillator generating the sinusoidal waveform. And now this constant sinusoidal carrier waveform with constant frequency is given to the modulator. And here your modulating signal may be single, mix, whatever it is. So that is given to the low level modulator. So here the modulation process takes place, and after the modulation you have to send it to the power amplifier. So this is mainly mentioned here, linear power amplifier. So linear power amplifier means its response should be linear. Sometimes what happened, it go in a non-linear manner. So for some frequencies or some range, it amplify more, and for some it amplify less. But here we recommend here the response should be linear. So always, if you will see for any transmitter, probably most of the time your last block is power amplifier. So why you require power amplifier? And finally, this is what antenna you are transmitting. So this power amplifier, it amplifies the power. Whatever the things is done here, that is your signal is coming, that is modulating signal, your carrier signal, it get modulated here by the low level modulator, and it is giving to the amplifier. So the requirement of the amplifier, mainly the power amplifier, is that it amplifies the power. So why we require power amplification? Because if your signal, if you want to transmit for a longer distance, so it should have an adequate power so that it can sustain for a longer distance. So for that purpose, you require the adequate power. Maybe you can say it is the thumb rule, whatever the power you are transmitting, the range of transmission is proportional to that. So I'll give one example. Suppose you have mobile towers. This is apart from our discussion, so that you can understand the importance of the power amplifier, and you can correlate it, how they are there, to explain this. Now, if you will see the power, the mobile towers, that is the mobile repeaters, you might see in a vicinity. Now, their range is around 1 watt. Okay, sorry, 1 milliwatt, not 1 watt. 1 milliwatt is in a plus or minus is the permissible range. So they cover few kilometers of the range. But if you will see the huge antennas that for the satellite or for the radar, so you might have seen some satellite station, you might have visited, or you might have seen in picture. So in the picture, very big dish antennas uh, are shown. So that dish antenna of very large size, and the power given to that antenna is very high as compared to this 1 milliwatt. And the antenna gain, as again, if you will have the antenna size, if the antenna size is large, obviously the antenna gain will be more. So the radiation will focus in the one particular direction. Now, further one example I can give, a radio telescope. Now, radio, that is what the radio waves we are using. Around 2.4 gigahertz frequency is used, and the circumference of that radio telescope antenna is around 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer. So it is located in a valley. If you will see a jeep or the car or the vehicle near that antenna, so it look very tiny. 1 kilometer is the circumference of that antenna. So the power transmitted is very huge. So why this is so? Because the radio telescope, it required to transmit a power for a very long distance as compared to satellite also. So antenna size is very large and transmitted power is very high. So it require very high power amplifiers. Then example for the satellite, again, few thousands of kilometer, maybe geostationary 36,000 kilometer, you have to send a signal and the signal will come back. So again, the signal strength should be adequate. And if you will see the example of mobile, few kilometers, so milliwatt power is sufficient. So this is what the thumb rule for the power transmission, and accordingly in your projects also you can take care of these things, that whatever the power you are transmitting, that will decide your transmitter. Obviously there are some other factor, but the power is a prominent. So here this is what the power amplifier in most of the block, in most of the transmitter, the last block is the power transmitter if you want to use for the longer distance. Now this is what the AM generation will take place at the lower level, and the AM generated, that amplifier may be A, as you are aware, that is what is A class amplifier, AB or B class amplifier, what is their advantages and other things. So all these amplifier are used, so they are considered as the linear amplifier, chain of a linear amplifier, so that the multiple amplifier can be used so that they can give a linear performance. So this is what we have to take care. Now this is what a very small block diagram. This is what the major blocks are represent: modulator, carrier signal, modulating signal, power amplifier, and then transmitter. But we will go in detail now. Now in detail we will go with this block diagram. Now in this block diagram, we will go in the detail section. Now as the modulating section, instead of one, we have these two. Now what is this? This stable RF oscillator, sorry. This is what the carrier section. Okay. So this is what the carrier section. So this is stabilized RF oscillator. So RF oscillator is there, but it is not only sufficient that it is only the RF oscillator. The most important thing is it should give a stable output. The waveform, the frequency, the amplitude, everything should be stable. So if it is giving 10 volt peak to peak, then it should give constantly that amplitude. If it is giving 500 kilohertz, then it should give constantly 500 kilohertz. Because this is the carrier signal and it decides the other parameter, the modulating index and all this based on this. So it is the base. So whatever your base, it should be stable, it should be concrete. So here the oscillator should be stable, it should give the stable oscillation. Then the class A buffer amplifier. Now this is not simply an amplifier, it is a buffer amplifier. Now what do you mean by buffer? Can anybody say me what is buffer? Maybe the English meaning or according to your understanding. Anybody? Okay. So here buffer means the next section, uh, uh, the whatever the next section is modulator. So it may take a more current or the power. So whatever the functioning of this oscillator, it may get disturbed. So if you will have the buffer amplifier, this buffer or you can say isolator. So this buffer, what it will do, it will not allow the further block to extract more power. So it will maybe act as an isolator and let this whatever the loading that will not comes on this oscillator. So it provide the stabilization indirectly. So it provide what let the whatever the oscillator is there, it should provide a stable output. So to protect it, you will have a buffer amplifier. Although it is doing the amplification part, but the major is the isolation. It should not get loaded. Okay, so it should do its work. What you can say very steadily. The example is if you are doing preparation for your exam, maybe 10+2. So your parents are working as a buffer. They just ask what you want tea, coffee, you want food, you want this, that. So we will provide everything. You just focus on your studies. And they avoid whatever the interference from the outside world. They restrict and they acts as a buffer amplifier for you. So similarly here, the buffer amplifier is there. Then a modulator. So this is what your amplitude modulator. Now the other section is what? This is modulating signal. Now in the modulating signal, what you have? This is the modulating signal. So audio frequency, AF is the audio frequency modulating signal. So you can say 20 to 20 kilohertz is your audio signal. So this audio signal is required. So your speech, as I mentioned previously also, your speech is 300 hertz to 3.4 kilohertz. What we speak, so that is. But what we listen, what we hear, the audio signal is 20 to 20 kilohertz. So that is what if you will have any instrument, audio instrument, any instrument that can go beyond 3.4 kilohertz. So 20 to 20 kilohertz is what the range is given here. Then audio processing and filtering. What is that? That we'll discuss in detail later on. So this is what audio processing and filtering. So whatever the unwanted signal that we are filtering and we are doing some audio processing. We'll discuss at the last what this is. Then again, class A audio amplifier. Now, this is class A amplifier. This is class A audio frequency amplifier. Now this the amplifier also you have to design for the appropriate frequency. Now here oscillator frequency is in several hundred kilohertz or megahertz. Okay, and audio frequency is it is in range of 20 to 20 kilohertz. So it should be suitable for this frequency. So that's why the design of this class A amplifier is for 20 to 20 kilohertz frequency. So accordingly, the design of this amplifier for the carrier and this amplifier is different. Okay, based on the frequency. As you might have designed some amplifier in your electronic device circuit, so they are frequency dependent. Okay. Now this signal is given to the modulator, and now here the amplitude modulation process is done by the modulator. Two signals, simply you can say the mix, and amplitude of this carrier signal is varied according to the amplitude of this modulating signal, and this has been mixed here and done the amplitude modulation. Then this amplitude modulation is given to the linear amplifier. Again, here you have to linearization is most important, because the semiconductor devices always not give the linear performance. So we have to make sure that the amplification should be in an appropriate linear manner. Okay, so this amplification is done here in the linear amplifier. And obviously, just now I explained what is the role of power amplifier. amplifier, and before the antenna, the power amplifier is there, so it amplifies the signal. So this is what the entire functioning of low level modulator transmitter. Okay, so this way, and the description is there. So I'll request to read this description. So further, if any point is missed out, so that can be discussed. And the block diagram I have put it here, so that again we can discuss. So that how you can understand what way you can write in the exam, and understanding is important. So I have given you the clear understanding. Further, we will go ahead. So Sakshi, you can read this.
Yes, sir. The RF oscillator produces this carrier signal. The RF oscillator is stabilized in order to maintain the frequency deviation within the prescribed limit. The carrier frequency is equal to the transmitter frequency.
Okay, wait. Please be slow. So this RF oscillator. So RF oscillator is given. What is this role? Already that I have mentioned. The frequency deviation, we restrict that by the stabilizing, all these things are there. Okay, second point.
Usually the transmitter operates on assigned frequency or channels. Crystal provides the best way to obtain the described frequency with good stability.
Okay, so what oscillator is used here? So generally here the crystal oscillator. So in most of the frequency operation, the crystal oscillator is used as a stable oscillator. So here also the crystal oscillator is used. Okay, next.
We cannot use the LC oscillator because they have low frequency stability.
Okay, so here as stabilized RF oscillator we have mentioned, I have insist on that. So there are some other oscillator, for example is LC oscillator. So this LC oscillator is not used because the frequency stability is the issue. It is not that much stable as compared to the crystal oscillator. So crystal oscillator we use. The next point.
The carrier signal from the crystal oscillator is applied to the modulator within a modulating signal. At the output of the modulator, we get the EM wave.
Okay, so this is simple. The modulator, we are giving the input to the modulator, and we are getting the AM wave. Okay, next.
The modulating signal is obtained from a source such as microphone and applied to a buffer processing unit.
Modulating what microphone or whatever the system you have. So from that you can obtain the modulating signal, because simply the speech signal you have to convert to the electrical signal. So what the microphone do? It convert the speech, that is any audio signal, to the electrical signal, and because we are handling further the electrical signal only. Okay, next.
The buffer is a class A amplifier which isolates the AF source from the rest of the high power circuit and amplifies it to an adequate level.
Okay, so here here one point is, as why we require the isolation. This is what the further these high power circuitries are there, and here the low power. So to protect it, that also the one thing. Loading effect is the another thing. So this isolation is provided by this amplifier. Okay, next.
The amplified modulating signal is applied to the modulator along with the carrier. At the output of the modulator, we get the AM wave.
Okay, so now we got the AM wave, because these two isolation, everything is taken care, and it is given to the modulator. Modulation is done. Now after modulation, what is done? Okay.
The AM signal is then amplified using a chain of linear amplifier to raise the power level.
Okay, so here chain of the linear amplifier is used. Okay, so maybe the single may not be providing the linear amplification, so multiple amplifiers are used. Next.
The linear amplifier can be a class A, AB, or B type amplifiers. The linear amplifier are used in order to avoid the wave from distortion in EM wave.
Okay, so this linear amplifier, why we are using to avoid the distortion. So any class, what it is mentioned, A, AB, or B, that can be used. Okay. Next.
The amplitude modulated signal is then transmitted using transmitted antenna.
So your antenna is there at the last and amplitude modulated signal is transmitted. Okay. Next.
The transistorized modulator circuit can be used for a low level modulator due to the low power which is to be handled.
Okay, so here the question is why it is called the low level modulator. So here in the modulation we are using comparatively low power. That's why the circuit is called low level modulator. So here the component which are suitable for that, not much difficult to design. So that component can be used. So here transistors can be used for this modulator circuit. Next.
The low level transmitter does not require a large AF modulator power, so its design is simplified.
So as we mentioned, it is the low level means compared to power. So amplitude modulated frequency need not be very high power. So whatever the adequate power is there, so that can be managed in this low level modulator. Next.
Overall efficiency is much lower compared to high level modulation.
So here what happened, the efficiency of this is next we are going for the high level modulator, but here the efficiency of this low level modulator is high as compared to the high level modulator. So efficiency is important. So if you are handling at the lower power, so you can get the high efficiency. Next.
This reduced to the use of less efficient linear amplifiers.
Okay, so less efficient linear amplifier that can be reduced. Okay, next.
The AF modulating signal is passed through an audio processing unit before applying it to the modulator.
So I am talking now on the what audio processing. So what is this audio processing that now we are discussing? So before going to this, audio processing unit is applied. So in this next.
This block carries out some form of speech processing in the form of filtering and amplitude control.
So to improve the speech quality, if it is the speech, so speech processing, some filtering is done so that it can be very clear. Now, in general, we are using simple, I'm speaking and something you are listening. But in the audio, in the studio, they are using some filter, audio filter. So this is what visible to us. Similarly, there are some electronic filter, whatever the unwanted signal, the whatever the background noise, that also can be filtered out. Next.
The weak signals amplified automatically with the higher gain, and strong signals are amplified with smaller gain. This will bring all the signals to a sufficient level.
Okay, so as the normal human being, as it is the speech, so it may happen sometimes. I can speak loudly. Sometimes it can be in a lower pitch, lower amplitude. So it may happen because it is human limitation. So this limitation is overcome automatically by the electronic circuit. So this happened in the audio processing filtering. Okay, so this is what. Any doubt in the low level this low level amplitude modulation transmitter? This is very simple, not anything. So these are the you just remember the very first block diagram, then this extended block diagram, and then whatever in detail I have given the explanation. Same thing is here. That is the high level modulator transmitter circuit. So only here the power what we are using is the high level, nothing great. So as we understand the previously in detail, we can understand this also. So again, the what it is the very short block diagram, detailed block diagram we will go over. So this is what the modulating signal. This is wideband power amplifier, and this is RF carrier oscillator, then narrow band power amplifier, and high level modulator. So only the thing is the modulator itself is the high level power modulator. So you may not require the power amplifier here. So whatever the modulation process is done, it is adequately high. The power level is adequately high. You may not require the further may a very prominent power amplifier. So this is what the functioning. The concept is same, only the power handling is different. So here the modulating signal, we are putting the power amplifier here. Wideband, again wideband power amplifier for the modulating signal. So the power of the modulating signal we are boosting before the modulation itself, and in low level after modulation we are boosting the power. So this is only the difference. So here you can read Sakshi this.
Hello. Yes, sir. Highly efficient Class C amplifier are used in high level modulation.
So here previously we are using A, B or B amplifier. Now here the power amplification here, now the Class C amplifiers are used. Now the Class C amplifier, they are very high power, mainly they are used for the high power application. So here the Class C amplifiers are used, and efficiency is more than the low level modulation. So here the power efficiency is more at the initial state. Then this is what the block diagram. Now, as I mentioned here, the prominent thing that you can compare between the low level and high level modulation transmitter is that after the high level modulation, here you can see directly it is given to the antenna. There is no power amplifier block. So here, whatever the amplification is done, that is before the modulation. This is only the difference. So here what? Stabilized RF crystal oscillator. This is the same. Then the Class A RF amplifier. Whatever the Class A RF amplifier oscillator isolate these buffer, that is again here RF, because this is the high frequency signal, and Class C RF power amplifier. Now this power amplifier, previously it was after the modulation, now it is before the modulation. Power amplification is done before the modulation. Same thing, that is this modulating signal, audio processing, filtering, that is the same block, same thing you can write here. Then Class A audio frequency amplifier, again it acts as a isolator or the to isolate the block. Then Class B audio frequency power amplifier. So again the power amplification is done. Only the difference between this previously and this, that the modulation is taken place at high power level. That's it. And this is what directly after modulation, directly it is given to the antenna. Okay, Sakshi, you can read this.
Yes, sir. Many of the AM transmitter use the high level modulation technique.
Next.
The crystal oscillator produces the required carrier signal. The Class A amplifier following the oscillator acts as a buffer, which isolates the oscillator from high power circuit.
Okay. So this is what, as I mentioned, that the crystal oscillator that provide require a signal of the Class A amplifier, the oscillator is there, buffer is done, and next.
The output of this Class A amplifier is applied to a Class C power amplifier. It raises the power level of the carrier to an intermediately high level, high value.
So here the Class A amplifier is there previously. Class C role is, it is the power amplification is done. So before the modulation, power amplification is done. This is only the difference here. Okay, next.
The AF modulating signal is applied to the audio processing unit, which processes this signal as discussed in the previous section.
Okay, so this is applied to the audio processing, that is same as the previous. Now we can have, this is what this is what the very the trips, the differences are there that I have mentioned here. When you will have a question on the high level modulation, same as what we had previously, that also, that point also you include. As to avoid the repetition, I have not include that, but if you have a separate question on high level modulator, that all the points you should repeat and write very clearly in your answer. Okay, now we will go point by point comparison. So this is what the comparison is known. So here modulation is carried out at the low power level. So the very first is the this is what a low level modulator, and this is the high level. Okay, so modulation is carried out at the low power level, modulation is carried out at the high power level. As we have seen, the amplification, power amplification is done in lower level modulator, that is after the modulation. Here it is before the modulation. That way also you can write. Amplifier stage needs less amplifier. So whatever the amplifier before the modulation, it require less amplifier stages. But here power amplification is done, so you require class C power amplifier also. You mention that. Here I have put only the points, but you mention in detail if the comparison is asked. That is the class C power amplifier is used in addition to the class AB amplifier. So here amplifier stages are more. Then power efficiency. So after modulation, linear amplification can only be used. This gives low power efficiency. This is in terms of the power efficiency. So power efficiency for the low power amplifier is not that much good, but non-linear amplifier can be used. This lead to the high power efficiency. Now, as the high power amplifier are used, so give the better power efficiency. It is, don't confuse with any other efficiency, power efficiency. Power losses. Power losses in the amplifiers is high, and the cooling problem is solved. Now, power losses in the high power, in the high level, the power losses is less than the cooling problem is not solved. So here the power losses is less, and there is no cooling problem. Here it is there. Power losses are adequate in the low power amplification, low power, low level transmitters. Application used as a high power broadcast transmitter and used in a TV transmitter. This may be the application. So this is what the both the amplifier what we discussed. If you have any query, you can ask. Otherwise, we will stop for this topic here. Do you have any query?